Good morning and welcome to another edition of Underwater, exploring the myths and legends of BC lakes. Today we're going to be taking our Gene Inno Titan T1 Pro and doing the robotic arm installation. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We've done our water test, we did a dry test with the drone, and we had an initial unpacking video as well. So we're going to move forward from that point. I have another camera on the go, which will be shown in the split screen here, and we will basically turn it over and get to work right away here. So this is my little shop area, if you will. It's a little creator space. I have a number of 3D printers capable of doing various things. I design a bunch of projects. I have some Arduino and other electronic projects on the go. I just have a lot of fun with that sort of thing and try to stay young in the mind and young in the body and young in the heart. And that's one of the best ways to help yourself as you age. You know, I'm actually, 61 this year, I guess. And I don't feel that way. You know, I don't know what it's supposed to feel like, but I still feel like a kid in so many ways. So enough talk and let's get back to work. So you can see here that I also have a tablet, and the reason I have this tablet here is I'm running the picture from the camera up above my DSLR that's taking the video, so that I can make sure I'm getting a good look at what we're doing here. And I excuse the lighting, you know, I've done the best I can with the lights, and I do apologize. So we're going to take a look at this drone here right away and get that arm installed. So what I'm going to do is for the time being, I'm just going to shift this drone over a little bit, and we're going to put a towel down on the table before we turn the drone over on the towel. And the reason I do is I just like to really look after things. I mean, they're very expensive, and you really want to do care for the things that you do purchase, especially when it's items like this. So I've taken the cap off, so there'll be no additional pressure when I turn the drone over. And I'm going to lay the drone down here where we can see it. Now, as I pointed out in an earlier video, there are 6 mounting screw holes for the drone robotic arm to attach to. And you have a bag here that comes with the unit that contains an additional set of O-rings, as well as the necessary 6 screws to put on. So if there is a secondary unit you're using with the drone, or you're using the ballast for salt water, you're going to want to make sure that you've installed your ballast first, for example. Now, we're going to simply take this. There's a port in the back here. This is the communications and data port and power port for any additional attachments that you may have for the drone. You know, and again, I really recommend that you give the arm a look over first. You know, make sure you've inspected it. Everything looks really good and solid. We'll be checking the port cable connector after. And I do want you to know that I did sit this head completely under the water and water tested in the tub prior to this installation. So we're just going to go ahead and install this. There's 6 flat-headed screws that go in, and they're thumb screws. So as much as I detest the flathead, at least you can thumb them in fairly well. So this is just going to take a minute here, so bear with me, and we're going to screw all 6 of these in. I like to screw one on one corner and then one on the opposing opposite corner, so that you're getting the unit on and stable as quickly as possible. You don't want to over tighten these screws. I would tighten them to 2-finger tight and leave them at that. Now there is a minor issue with the center screws, and that is there's a plastic fin right here that sort of interferes with getting to the screws. So for the purpose of our test today, we're not going to put all 6 in. We're simply going to put 4 of them in and make sure they're tight. Now, one of the issues that I do notice with this drone is once the arm is installed, the drone can no longer rest on its metal support bracket here. It will be resting on this itself. That's another reason why I put the towel down first. So then we're going to connect our data port at the back. And this is a single key data port. You have the male key in the cable end of the drone and the female key in the drone itself. Again, there is a washer here. You're going to want to gently take that washer off, apply a little bit of silicone lube to it. And then carefully line the key up. Press the cable all the way in first. And then screw it down. Now we're not going to screw it down over tight either because I did not lube that O-ring and I don't want to take a chance of pinching it in any way. So now we're going to turn the drone back over. And you can see that we have the arm installed on the drone. So now for the hookup, again, we have our wireless controller. And the range can be up to 50 feet, but I really recommend you stay within 30 feet of the controller with the Bluetooth handheld device. Make sure you keep your caps always. This unit again will just click directly to the side. And we're going to install this cable here. These ones are double keyed. And should be put in carefully. It's unwise to yank on the cable if you don't need to, so try to stay away from yanking on the cable. And we're going to see our drone lights come on here momentarily. And now we're going to connect the app. Almost lost the tablet. I forgot to lock the back of it. That's another thing you really got to watch for. On the back of the tablet, there's a locking mechanism. You got to make sure that it actually clicks closed. Otherwise, you may lose your tablet, as I almost did. So now we're going to open up our tablet. We're going to connect our Wi-Fi to the drone. That is done by just clicking on it when it comes up. And boom, we're connected just like that. We're then going to turn on the Bluetooth controller. Press the home button to activate its search function and open up the ROV app. And we're having an issue because it really does connect that fast. Okay, it's jumped back to, and that's my fault. It's jumped back to the house address, but it's actually back online now. And then we'll return to the app, and we're going to connect it to the Bluetooth controller. And we are connected now. So now you can see that we have the view through the unit itself of the arm sitting in front of it, and that'll give you an idea of what you're actually going to see. And then right on the screen, we have the arm ability to open and close. And we're going to do an interesting little test here. We're just going to take ourselves an object, like this can of hairspray that I use for dealing with my print bed, and we're going to go ahead and clamp that. And boy, yeah, it actually does grab it quite firmly. It's in there. It's nice and stable. And of course, you can grab it a little tighter if you want and loosen it back off. That's really about it for the remote control arm. Like I said, the only issue I have with the arm itself is that once the arm is on, you're literally sitting on the arm itself instead of sitting on the bracket. So, you know, Gene, if you're interested in what you can do to help upgrade the unit a little bit, I would be providing an optional bottom bracket made out of metal, as this one is, that the unit can sit on so that the robotic arm is not providing the resting weight of, or holding the resting weight of the whole unit. Very impressed with this little unit though, all the way around. Very impressed with the construction and the design, and really, really, really looking forward to getting it into the water. As always, I really appreciate your time today, and we're so looking forward to getting this drone out into the lakes and getting some amazing underwater footage. Please subscribe, share the video, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and do check out our Patreon page if you're interested in becoming a member. $4 a month Canadian, and if we get any sort of video revealing clear proof of a monster within one of the lakes, you'll be the first to see it. Take care and have a wonderful day.